Hi my lovelies, welcome back to my channel, and for everybody who is new, I'm Leorah and I'm so glad you found me. So welcome to today's video, which is of course new makeup releases because it's Wednesday. Sweetie, you've made it and I'm so glad you're back. And if you're new here, I'm Leorah and I'm a makeup artist and stylist. I'm living for colorful makeup and colorful styling, and I'm not hating neutral looks either, but I'm really living for the colorful ones, and I'm living for the indie world, indie makeup world. So if that is something that you are interested in too, then of course please check out my channel, check out my social media, which is linked in the description box, for more looks and for more inspiration of like what I'm doing, you know, check it out. And of course subscribe to my channel because that would just be awesome. Okay, before we go into the video, I have to say that next week I'm going to be basically already in the middle of my Jewish high holidays, which means that I will not be able to have a new makeup releases video up. I will be able to, like, I would be able to film it, I just won't have the chance to edit it because I'm going to be having my Jewish New Year. Happy New Year to me. May it be a good one. Really? Okay, sweeties, but the thing is, there's not gonna be a chance of a video like that, like a super work intensive video like this next week. Okay, so I'm going to have other videos up. I would love it if you would come and watch those. You know, I know that there are a few people who just only come for that certain video per week, and I'm sorry to let you down, but it's just, you know, there's nothing I can do. I just cannot, you know. So that is that. But of course we're going to pick up after that full force as much as I possibly can, you know. So that is that. And beyond that, I still have all my kids at home, so in case you hear them, that's what it is. Okay, so now with all of that being said, let's just go in and let's start talking about new makeup. Okay, sweeties, I just saw something that is super exciting, and that is actually a collab between Sigma and Samantha March, you know. So yeah, they're coming out with her favorites, and that is a brush set and also a palette. So that is so cool. I mean, seriously, this girl is really going somewhere, going places, you know. So these are her favorite brushes, and of course also her favorite shades in one palette, as far as I understand this. And this will retail for $53. Okay, this is available now in case you want to check that out. Then I also need to talk about Alien Cosmetics again, because sweeties, last week when my video went live and I'm starting like to get the first feedback from the brands, I went into shock mode. I went into shock mode because maybe you know that I'm trying to be a positive force here on this platform, but then Alien Cosmetics contacted me, and maybe you remember that I had featured the what's it called, Hauntingly Glamorous palette here in that video last week, and they contacted me and told me that the actual picture of the inside of the palette had been leaked, and I was basically not supposed to show that. I just didn't know that. I didn't know that it was leaked, and I felt so sorry. Sweeties, for me it was evening. The last thought in that evening, I was like, oh my god, what have I done, you know? And the first thought in the next morning was, what have I done? How can I make up for this? How can I make things better? I was just thinking, you know, this is a collab palette also. It is not only Alien Cosmetics, that is also bad, you know, but it is also a collab palette, and I also felt so sorry for the collab partner, which is what's her name, Sydney Nicole Adams, you know. And I was so sorry, but there was nothing I could do. The damage was done and it was not my fault, but I still kind of felt like I was part of the problem. So my apologies to Alien Cosmetics and also to Sydney Nicole Adams, because I definitely, if I want to do something here, is not be part of the problem, part of the drama, all of these things, you know. That's not what I'm all about. But I was so sorry for that, you know. Now of course it is public knowledge, this is how the palette looks, but I kind of feel like basically they were forced into showing the palette earlier because of partially what I did, you know. Again, it was not my fault, but still I felt super sorry about it. Anyway, sweeties, this is the palette. Feel free to check out Alien Cosmetics. It is one of my most favorite brands. As you know, I also do have a code with them. All my codes are listed in the description box in case you want to use them. And this is the palette, and it looks really pretty. It looks like this picture here has a blue filter on it, but just saying, maybe at some point we're gonna get a different picture, but I will definitely update you, or you will see it here on my channel, who knows. So anyway, let us also talk about this one. Oh, and I also need to tell you that I'm going to probably be jumping back and forth between, like, certain brands will reappear later on in the video again, because I have a bit of a mess in my file today and I don't know how to sort it according to brands. So that is that. Anyway, Maniacs Cosmetics is coming out with the Color Quest palette. I spoke about this a couple of weeks ago when they sneak peeked it, and now they're coming out, and this is of course a very beautiful all matte palette. And I only now basically started to really appreciate the value of an all matte palette, even though my looks are not really about being all matte and stuff like that. It's not my preference. But now that I'm actually having a couple of, you know, all duochrome palettes and things like this makes so much sense, because I love to combine stuff, you know, I love to do that. And if you saw my video from earlier this week where I'm actually using, I'm actually in that exact same situation where I'm using an all matte palette to combine it with one of my new duochrome palettes, and I love to do that, you know, and it makes so much sense even if you're not into all matte looks. So please consider this palette if the color scheme works for you. I think it is really pretty. It gives you a wide variety. It has 24 shades. It retails for $40 and it's available now. And of course also with Maniacs Cosmetics I do have a code, because also that is one of my favorite brands, also featured here on my channel quite a bit already. In connection to that brand, I'm also going to talk about the release for Halloween a little bit later in the video. It's just coming up later here in my file. Okay, let us also talk about Makeup by Tammy, because she is coming out with those That's So Cheeky blush and highlighter palettes, quads. Of course, as you can see, there is one that is more for light to medium, and then there's one for medium to dark. I would probably then obviously go for the lighter one, and they look pretty, look very pretty. They retail for £15 because of course Tammy is based in the UK, which is about $20 or $21, just so you know. Anyway, so this is that from Makeup by Tammy. It is available now. Then we also need to talk about a new brand for me, and that is West Coast Cosmetics. That is a brand based in Canada, and they're coming out with this palette. So this is a collaboration with Geoff Flynn, I think. So anyway, they're coming out with a collaboration palette, and this is the prismatic palette. You do have mattes in there, you do have shimmers, and you do have some pressed glitters, and you see of course the columns, you know. And I love palettes like this because they make so much sense. You can of course go all across the palette and just be super wild with the color schemes, but you can also do amazing monochromatic looks like this just going by the columns, you know. And it makes so much sense, and it has enough depth in the palette, and I love this personally. So this retails for 60 Canadian dollars, which is about 47 US dollars, in case you want to check this one out. Okay, now let us move on to Peachy Queen. Peachy Queen is coming out with the Just Peachy eyeshadow palette. This has 9 shades, 5 shimmers, and 4 mattes, retailing for $25. It's now available on their website. Color scheme wise, I'm always, you know, in all those years on this platform, and all those years, I think it's now my 3rd year doing new makeup releases. And when I'm talking about releases that are peach themed, I'm always thinking, what is it that I'm not relating to the peach? Because usually I'm not seeing the peach, at least not the peaches I know. Okay, so there might be different interpretations of peaches. There might also just be different kinds. I don't know. I might be like very standard and not knowing. That is very possible. But anyway, I think if I were to come out with a peachy palette, it would not be so brown, you know. But that is just me. I mean, when you look at it together with the outer packaging, it makes sense, you know. Basically what you see is what you get. It's just that I'm seeing peaches lighter than that, you know. Just saying, but that is very personal, so never mind. But anyway, this is the palette in case you want to check it out. This is from Peachy Queen, and this should now be available. All right, then let's also talk about Baddest Takeover. They're coming out with another palette. This is coming soon. I don't have a date yet, but I know this will retail for $20. And this is of course a 9-pan palette with matte shimmers, and I do believe 1 pressed glitter. And I think also this is a really nice kind of dark vibing fall themed palette, really pretty. really, yeah, and also here you basically see what you get. You know, this is what you see on the outer packaging is what you get in the inside is. I don't know, I got it a little bit twisted now, but English still struggling. Okay, sweeties, let's also talk about Natasha Denona, because she's coming out with the retro eyeshadow palette. This is one of her like mini and more affordable palettes. It's not really mini, it's a good size palette, but it is not the $125 version, right? These are the $65 version, so that is good. Is of course way more in my price range. Also color scheme wise, this is actually really lovely with those, you know, burgundy and mauve tones. I think it's really actually really pretty, and some cold neutrals, but I am kind of not getting this one. Because I still owe you a video. Do you remember that a couple of weeks ago I spoke about Natasha Denona and I said we need to talk? Yeah, we still need to, but I'm hopefully going to film that video soon. You know, so anyway, but I'm not buying this, but overall I think it is a very pretty palette. You know, it is a pretty palette, what can I say? So this launches on September 3rd on their website, and if you want to, then feel free to check this one out. We should also talk about Be Elegant Cosmetics. Also, this is one of the brands I think that will come back later also in the video, and they're coming out with a new candy collection, and I'm so happy because I personally have not heard from Be Elegant Cosmetics for quite some time, and I actually do have a palette from them. So here we have 4 new glitter pots, and we do have 4 pressed glitters, and I personally love pressed glitters. I'm not so much into the loose glitters, but the pressed glitters I really like, and that is that. In case you want to check this one out, this should already be live when you're seeing this, and again we're going to, I think, talk about Be Elegant Cosmetics a little bit later in the video. Widow Witch Lashes is coming out with a Halloween collection. This is going to be available in late September or early October, and here we do have the palette. I don't know what else is going to be in the collection. I don't know that as of right now. I only have this one picture, and this is of course like a dark grungy, you know, color scheme, of course, also leaning into like the fall color scheme, but dark. And I think this is cool. This is really cool. I like those dark sexy palettes, and yeah, so I cannot really see much about what the theme is of the palette because I don't have a name. I just see partially the outer packaging there. I think there is a dagger involved. So yeah, anyway, I'm not too much into scary stuff. It's just not me. I like it when it's nice, you know what I mean? But anyway, color scheme wise, this is pretty. Then let's also talk about Beauty Bay, and I'm not really talking like super much about all the sneak peeks because there are a lot of sneak peeks out there, especially now with all the fall / Halloween releases coming up. But this one I definitely have to mention because they say here something magical is coming, and this is coming soon. So this is all I know. There seems to be eyeshadow, there seems to be lip products. Let's see, you know. But last year's release from like fall and Halloween was super nice, was a huge success, so I hope this one will be too, and I'm super excited to see what they're going to come out with. All right, BH Cosmetics is also coming out with this one. They're collabing with Iggy Azalea, I want to say. Sorry if I'm butchering the name. And this is the Totally Plastic collection. All right, now I don't know Iggy Azalea. I don't know what the connection is to Totally Plastic. But anyway, that is what it looks like. So there are different palettes right here. You have 3 different palettes. You do have a brush set. You do also have lip products and lashes, and I do believe a bag, and also like a makeup bag, and a mirror. All right, and sponges I think also. So it's a whole big collection. So in case you want to check this out, then please of course feel free to do so. Then I need to update you on Mira Beauty because, sweeties, last week I was talking about those 2 9-pan palettes, the new collection that is coming. Back then I thought it was eyeshadow palettes. If it would have been eyeshadow palettes, I would have bought them in an instant, you know, but they are liner palettes, and that's just not for me. But I love that brand. I absolutely love that brand. I have just finished working with their House of Avarice bundle, and it was really nice, really good performance, really loved it. It actually also was the look that I was wearing in last week's video in the new makeup releases, was one of the looks that I did with the House of Everest bundles. So anyway, they're coming out with these are already live, and they retail for $23 each or $42 for the whole bundle, which is a very good price if you ask me. So yeah, you have one that is more pastel leaning, then one that is more neon leaning, in case you want to check out that brand, or you want to just, you know, add some fun colorful liners to your makeup routine, then please feel free to check out Mira Beauty. Alright sweeties, let's move on to Makeup Revolution, because they're coming out with their DC collection. Okay, so you do have 4 characters here. There is basically a collection that is circled around or themed around Catwoman, then one around Harley Quinn, then one around Batman, and one around Joker. I hope to be able to put all of this up here. This is launching on the 3rd of September. In case you want to check this one out, I'm not going to get this one now in particular. I have a lot of very super interesting stuff coming my way, so that is not going to be for me, but in case you want to check this out, then please of course feel free to do so. There's also 2 Aldi palettes, there are also lip products and stuff. I hope I showed you something here. Okay, Pout and Shout is coming out with their small snack eyeshadow trio, and this is how it looks, and that is also so cute. It's so earthy. It's so, you know, palettes like this or trios or quads or like whatever small cutie things she's coming out with. It is so sweet. It is so original. It is so thought through and kind of quirky, which makes it so charming. You know, I really like what she's doing. Like, really. Honestly, I don't know. Is it a she? I have no idea. Sorry if that is wrong. So anyway, but what they are doing, let's just put it that way. 3 shades. This is vegan. It's upcycled exterior packaging, and you can pay something between around $13 to $20, whatever you can afford. You know, which is again super amazing. Yeah. So this is what it looks like in case you want to check out Pout and Shout. All right, then let's talk about Glam, because actually they're coming out with something that is not a palette, but I'm still excited. Because I'm actually liking their palettes too. Are they the most pigmented? Maybe not. But they're absolutely workable, and for the price it's unbeatable, seriously. Now I also love their lip products, and now they're actually coming out with powders, and that is super interesting for me. And next time I'm ordering something, I'm definitely going to order something like that too, because I definitely want to try that. They're coming out with the Insta Ready face and under eye setting powders. Okay, so you do have different kinds. You have silky moisturizing powders, you do have loose powders, and you do, I think they're also selling sponges. So anyway, I would definitely go for loose powders because I'm a loose powder girl, but that looks cool, you know. I'm definitely going to check this one out. This is available now. I'm super intrigued, definitely super intrigued. So yeah, I will at some point in a mini review or something probably be able to tell you about this. All right, then a touch of glam. We need to talk about that one because they're sneak peeking their second collection of Twisted Vivids. So you do have 2 shades here, and that is all I know, and the rest is coming soon. This is at least how I understand this picture or the post. Okay, so this is Touch of Glam. Looks super amazing as always. Touch of Glam has never disappointed, sweeties, you know. So that is that, in case you want to have your eyes on this for the final reveal of everything. Then we should also talk about Unibelle Beauty. That I think might also be a new brand for me, and they're coming out with a lot. We have 4 eyeshadow palettes, we have a face palette, we have 4 liquid lipsticks, we have liners, and we have lashes, and all of that is available now, and all of that you are seeing right here. So yeah, I mean, most of this is leaning a little bit more pink purple, very how would I say that? Yeah, romantic. For me, pink and purple is like lighthearted. I consider it almost as neutrals, which is not true, I know. But yeah, there's also, of course, a warm neutral yellow-orange palette, as you can see there in the middle row. And yeah, everything looks really nice. It's a super beautiful collection. And that is all I know, sweeties. So please check it out. I don't have prices, but you will find it on their website. It is available now. All right, then Wednesday Cosmetics. Spoke about them 2 weeks ago, I think. So now I'm going to show you the Blood Moon palette, which is going to launch on September 13th. Yeah, and that is basically what I think I owed you from the the video from like 2 weeks ago, because I showed you only the outer packaging and now I can show you the whole palette. I think the execution is super, super well done. Really, really liking it. And that is all I can tell you. So yeah, that is a Wednesday Cosmetics. Okay, now we're gonna go back to Be Elegant Cosmetics, because they actually have also dropped already blush trios, which you can see right here. There's of course a one that is more yellowy orange, and then one that is more pink and purple and red, basically. They are super, super vibrant. They look really like, you know, you gotta be not shy, you know, to wear those. But again, I'm using all kinds of blush colors, and I am just going in with a light hand and see how they build and how they work, you know. And you would be surprised what you can use, even if you say, wow, this is not my color scheme, or this is not what I usually wear. I'm very, very often super surprised what makeup can do, you know, just using different techniques, using different brushes, using a lighter hand and things like this. So anyway, in case you want to check this out, this has dropped already on the 26th. So that is that. I don't have a price for this. All right, now let's talk about Locust Boutique, because they have launched their Miss Los Angeles collection. So you do have a palette, which is actually really, really lovely. This is the Miss Los Angeles palette, has 12 shades, and it has, let me see, 6 mattes, 3 shimmers, 1 duochrome shimmer, and 2 pressed glitters, and retails for $30. And then you do have glosses, and you do have, I think, also a matte liquid lipstick or something like that. Anyway, you can feel free, of course, to check out this whole collection on their website. The whole collection retails for $58, and again, the palette on its own for $30. All right, now let us also talk about this one, Deadly Sins Cosmetics. They're coming out with a sin, you know. So this is the Pride palette. I do assume that there will be more sins coming, you know, because one sin always drags another one behind. Did you know? Yeah, so anyway, this is the Pride palette, and it has 12 shades. It has mattes, shimmers, and glitters, and it's 100% vegan and cruelty-free, and retails for 49 Australian dollars, because this brand is based in Australia. Color scheme-wise, I think it's beautiful. I love it. I really, really do. I think it's beautiful. I love the combination between the purple and the gold, the purple and the silver, and the nuances of the other shades. I think it's actually super, super pretty, and it makes a lot of sense. Yeah. All right, sweeties, Rose Cosmetics is coming out with the Love You a Latte palette. Sweeties, look at that. You know, actually, it is a collection. It's not only the palette. The palette retails for $18, and then you also do have a sponge retailing for $5. Okay, so this is, of course, a more neutral palette with basically a dark red and the blue. And depending on what your likes are, what your color schemes are, I think this is really, really cute. Also here, the outer packaging and what you get on the inside, super, super well executed. And is this a palette that I would wear like all that much? Probably not. I still think though that it is really, really nice. And as I always say, palettes like this, you know, neutral palettes with pops of colors, no matter what the colors in the palette are, make a lot of sense, because there is a reason why they look so good. You know, there is a reason why neutrals and colors look so well together, you know, so that is what it is. It looks beautiful. So anyway, feel free to check out Rose Cosmetics, of course. All right, then Meizu is a new brand for me as well, and they're coming out with the Repent palette that has 12 shades, retailing for $25. Then they do have 2 sets of lashes, or 2 kinds of lashes, styles of lashes, for $18, and then the Panty and Stocking gloss set. So yeah, anyway, this is now available for pre-order, and also here I think this is really, really pretty, you know, and I'm so, so glad to have found and featured a new brand for you, so you can also check out, you know, broaden all of our horizons by finding new brands. Okay, sweeties, CXC Cosmetics is coming out, or has come out, with the Festival eyeshadow palette containing 25 colors. And that is what it is. Mattes, metallics, multidimensional pressed glitters, and duochrome pigments. Okay, I do have palettes from CXC, still haven't tried them. Sweeties, there's just so much coming in all the time that I'm not getting around to really go into my pile of shame. Sorry, but at some point I will. Yeah, so anyway, but it looks nice. It is, for me personally, a more quiet palette, and there are days when you just need that, but of course for some people this might be super wild. So you know, it's all a matter of your perspective, of course, and what you're used to, what you're liking. For me, this would be a very, very quiet palette for a moment when your soul just needs to be quiet, you know. But anyway, this is what it looks like, and it says here highly pigmented and intense color payoff, creamy texture, easy to blend, slim packaging, all the good stuff, retailing for only $12. Sweeties, I love this, you know. And this is available now for purchase on CXC Cosmetics, and I am such a supporter of affordable makeup, sweeties. It just makes sense, and I'm all for it, you know. There's like, really, why would I pay $125 for something if something for $12 works, you know? Yeah. Anyway, Salem Cosmetics is also a new brand for me, and they're coming out with the Dark Fae collection, which is glosses. It's 4 different glosses. They retail for $12 each, or for $40 for the whole bundle, and you can see the colors there. Unfortunately, I do not have swatches right now, but this is how they look. So in case this sounds intriguing to you or looks intriguing to you, then of course feel free to check out that brand. Okay, we need to though talk about a sneak peek. That is a major sneak peek, and I almost fell over when I saw this, because Menagerie Cosmetics is sneak peeking the Indigo Ink palette. This is coming soon, and I am like, oh, I don't even kind of need to see what's in there. If there are any of the colors that are on the outside in the palette, I kind of really need that palette, you know. Thing is, Menagerie Cosmetics has a bit of an issue with overseas shipping, and I know that a lot of my YouTuber friends based in Europe, or let's say outside of the US, are not featuring Menagerie Cosmetics anymore because they have been really not that great about it, you know, about getting palettes to them, about, I don't know, like canceling orders and stuff like this, and that is not cool. But I personally have no negative experience, so that's why I'm still going to feature them. I might get myself this palette because I have the luxury, and let's not forget that that is a luxury, that I do have an address in the US. I do, because I have an amazing friend. Her name is Gabrielle, and at this point, super huge big thanks to you, sweetie, because without you I wouldn't be able to get stuff like this. Let's face it, you know, and a lot of other things. And a lot of brands would not send me PR because they would not send all over the world. They say they can't afford it. I don't know if that is necessarily true, but anyway, they send it to her and then she ships it to me, and you know, so that is an amazing thing. But of course, very few people have this luxury, and I'm so glad that she does me that service. She's basically my outpost in the US, you know, and that is amazing. And really, all my blessings to you for your amazing work that you're doing for me. And she's on top of things. She's amazing, you know, seriously. Anyway, so this is coming soon. I don't have a price. Menagerie is not a super affordable brand, at least if you ask me. I also don't know how big this palette is going to be. It kind of looks like it could be 12 pans or more. Kind of wish it will be, but super intrigued, I have to say. And if this is anything like what it seems to be, I'm gonna probably get myself this palette. I just have to, you know. So anyway, this is that long speech about Menagerie Cosmetics. Okay, then an update on Be Perfect Cosmetics, because of course all of you have seen this palette already on social media. This is the new Carnival Antidote palette, which has launched already when you're seeing this video. Okay, sweeties, I have to say, when they were sneak peeking row by row, I was like, you know, I was like, something is missing. Honest to God, I felt like this is too smooth. For me, it would be nice if there would be something in there that makes you look again, you know? Now, this palette is super pretty. It makes a lot of sense. But for my brain, I kind of feel like it would be so cool if there would be something that is unexpected, you know? But that's just me, so never mind. But then when I looked at the swatches, and I'm going to try to put the swatches up here, the swatches got me, you know? So I probably have bought this palette when you're seeing this, or I will buy it at some point soon. I don't know, but I'm probably going to get myself this palette because I've also tried the last Carnival palette, which was really, really nice. I loved it. And the, what was it? The Love Tahiti palette. That's the one that I do have from Be Perfect Cosmetics. And I'm like, this is a beautiful, mature, fall themed palette. You know, it's beautiful. There's nothing super surprising in this palette, but it's a very, very beautiful palette. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if I would have bought this. So you have 45 shades. That is also something that I absolutely love because I love big palettes. And yeah, this will retail for $56. All right, so anyway, Be Perfect Cosmetics is of course based in the UK, so that is something that you might have to consider if you're not anywhere close. But anyway, you do get 29 vibrant mattes and 16 luxe creamy shimmers, it says here. And then there's also liquid eyeshadows, 6 of them, retailing for $15 each, in case you want to check that out. Liquid eyeshadow, not for me, but the palette might be. Okay, so let's just leave it at that. Okay, now let's go back to Makeup Maniacs Cosmetics. That's already what I mentioned before, that we still have to of course talk about their Halloween release, which is the Boo Thang eyeshadow palette. Don't ask me what that means. I don't know. This is the Boo Thang eyeshadow palette consisting of 12 eyeshadows. You do have also 2 highlighters in the palette. And that is, of course, it depends what you like. If you do like your face products within a palette or not. I prefer not to, but boy oh boy is this palette pretty. I was like, wow. I just love the combination between orange and purple and green. Fall themed palettes, you know, it's just, it never gets old. It never gets old. I'm sorry, you know. So this retails for $29, and this will be available when you're seeing this. This is the day when it launches on September 1st. Okay, so anyway, again, I do have a code with them in case you want to use it. All right, then what else do we have to talk about? There is Notice Beauty. Notice Beauty is coming out with the Underworld collection, which you can see here. I do believe this is already available for pre-order when you're seeing this, and it will officially launch on September 20th in case you want to get it on launch. But this looks also super, super pretty. All right, then also Psychic Eye Cosmetics. I think that's also a new brand for me, and they're coming out with a 9-pan glitter palette. This is now available, retailing for $18. Sweeties, you would not believe how many times I've been tagged, and this has been sent to me in DM because, you know, they're all like, Leorah, it's glitter, this is for you. Which is so, so funny and sweet, and thank you so, so much, because I love it when you guys think of me. When you see beautiful makeup, you think of me, you tag me. It's just like, it feels like, ah, you know what I mean? So yeah, so this is an all glitter palette in case you want to check that out. I have a lot of stuff like that. I kind of really prefer for myself to have, I don't know, 2 or 3 glitters within a palette already. But again, you know, there are so many people who say just do them on the side because we don't want the pressed glitter in the palette. So it really depends whom you ask. And in case you have never tried pressed glitter, maybe this is something that you want to try, you know, to just have a small 9-pan palette that gives you like a certain selection of shades, so you can try if you like it, if it works for you or not, you know. So yeah, and that is Psychic Eye Cosmetics. So cute. Okay, sweeties, let us talk about another new brand, and that is by Nicola. And she's coming out with the Beige Waves collection, and that is so, so cool. Sweeties, this is so, so cool, because if she would have called this the Ocean palette, I would have said, no, not really. But Beige Waves, that is such a cool concept, you know. I was like, wow, this is so original, this is so cool. So she's coming out with that collection, which includes a warm neutral eyeshadow palette with a twist of ocean blues, consisting of 9 shades with a mix of 7 mattes, 1 duochrome and 1 shimmer, retailing for $21, and then a small set of eye brushes retailing for $12. This brand is cruelty-free and vegan, and this is coming soon. So yeah, I think this is really, really cute, you know, because of the execution of the thought process behind it, and it kind of really, really catches my attention, because it's not just like, okay, let's do a palette that is, I don't know, the beach, you know. It's beige waves. That is so cool. You know, you get maybe stuff like this, Nicola. Anyway, so cool, and I'm glad I found a new brand. Okay, let us talk also about Lemonade Stand Cosmetics, because they're coming out with the Roller Babe palette. 12 shades in the palette. This, I think, has launched already. No, this is launching on the day you're seeing this. And this is what the palette looks like. I think also this is a more mature, sexy, kind of also colorful to a certain extent palette. And I think this is cool. I really like the combination between the teal and the neutrals, and also this rusty red, at least it looks here on the picture like that. Really pretty. Okay, so I don't know exactly what those tubs are, because it doesn't say here in the post that I have here right now. Those tubs that are next to it, it could be liquid eyeshadow, it could be, I don't know, something for the lips. I don't know, but anyway, you of course can feel free to check that out on the website, because it has launched when you are seeing this. Then let's talk. Sweeties, we need to talk. We need to talk about Pink Crush Cosmetics again. Sweeties, look at this. Pink Crush Cosmetics is collaborating with Krista Rice Makeup. Now, does that sound familiar to you? She has collaborated previously with Gourmande Girls Cosmetics, which is also an amazing brand that I like so much. And now she's collaborating with this brand, with Pink Crush Cosmetics, with this beautiful palette. This is the Metamorphosis palette. Sweeties, I was like, no. You know, when they sneak peeked it, it was just a video where we could like see the sneak peek of like half of a row of shades, and I contacted the brand and I said, whenever you're launching this, put one to the side for me, please, for the love of God. I want to have this palette, no questions asked, you know. So sweeties, this is not yet live, I do believe, or maybe it's launching. Wait, when is this post? This post is, okay, I think this is launching next week for you. I have already bought it because they were so kind to sell it to me early. So I hope to get this to me at some point soon, and then I am going to feature this brand here on my channel, and I'm super excited. So excited, and thank you so much, dear Pink Crush Cosmetics, for your kindness, for just giving me the chance to for once have something early on. You know, it is amazing for me, sweeties. You don't even know how that feels when you have to wait for makeup for like 6 weeks and you're always the last one. You know, and not that I'm going to be the first one, definitely not, because this palette is going to bring Pink Crush Cosmetics, it will put you on the map. This palette looks beautiful. If it performs well, I haven't tried that brand yet, but if it performs well, sweeties, this is gonna be spectacular. This color scheme, wow. Yeah, so Krista Rice Makeup, super well done. Pink Crush Cosmetics, super well done. I hope this is going to be a huge break for you. You know, this is beautiful. Anyway, so that is that. Just needed to definitely talk about that. Then we also need to talk about ColourPop, because ColourPop is coming out with the It's a Mood eyeshadow palette, and I think this is a beautiful palette because it is kind of a lighter version of the Be Perfect Cosmetics palette. Okay, you don't have all the mauvey shades and all of that, but still, I see the relation between those two, you know. So if Be Perfect is not in your cards because it is far away, it is way more expensive, then maybe you can get that and just add something from your own collection if you need the mauvey shades, you know. So anyway, this is coming soon at some point from ColourPop, 30 shades, and I think it's super beautiful, you know, definitely. Yeah, so I do believe I have something else from ColourPop also, maybe. So let's see. Anyway, For Art's Sake Cosmetics is coming out with the Thriller palette, and that is also a really cool concept, because it is kind of a new concept, I feel, for them, you know, because For Art's Sake Cosmetics was more into, like, we had the Color Theory palette or the Color Wheel palette, and we did have, you know, like other palettes, but this is kind of like really drastic, you know. And so this is what the palette looks like. It is very bright and very extreme, which is kind of a really good execution of the concept of Thriller, you know. So I like it. It's really cool. I do believe that there are there pressed glitters in it or shimmers. It could also be that the black is a pressed glitter. It almost looks a little bit like it, but I don't, as of right now, have more information on this, so can't really tell you. It only says here that a portion of every purchase is donated to an art non-profit organization, which is really nice. Yeah, so anyway, In case you want to check that out, please feel free to do so. All right, then let's also talk about this one. This is from Makeup Obsessions, and I definitely wanted to show you because I really like the concept. You do have basically two small 9-pan palettes. They're really small, as you can see when they're held in the palm of a hand. You know, they're really small. One is more rosy neutral, and then one is more bright, and one is called Inhale and the other one is called Exhale. And then of course this whole butterfly concept, and each one has the half of a butterfly. I think this is so cute. Now, am I gonna buy this? No, but I think the whole concept, and also this Inhale Exhale, it's actually one of my besties did that to me the other day when I was like really tense. My besties really have to help me out, like seriously, on a day-to-day basis. But yeah, I think this is so pretty. You know, it's such a nice concept, and the execution is also really sweet. So yeah, that is that for Makeup Obsessions. All right, then let's also talk about freaking fabulous cosmetics. They're coming out with the Duochrome Wonderland, a 29 duochrome and 1 yellow shimmer eyeshadow palette. Okay, sweeties, this is cool, and I already spoke about that already in the beginning of the video, that I'm starting to get into those all shimmer palettes. You know, I never knew how much fun it is, and I'm kind of really getting into it, and especially also in duochrome shades and everything that is exciting, you know. So this is exciting. I don't have a price for it here right now. I think this looks super pretty. I also love the yellow in there. I love yellow shimmer, sweeties, you know, if you're not new here, you know. So yeah, anyway, that is that. Now let's talk about Bella Beauty Blog, because they're sneak peeking this palette, Angles of Illumination. That is such a cool out there theme, and I wonder how they're going to execute the color scheme. This is so interesting. Also the outer packaging, so interesting. This is only a sneak peek. I have no more information as of right now, but boy oh boy am I intrigued. It also says here in one of the hashtags that it says here duochrome eyeshadows, so there are going to be duochromes, which is kind of a super nice concept for Angles of Illumination. Like, how did you think about that? So cool, super well done, Bella Beauty Blog. Amazing. Okay, another sneak peek, and this is the last sneak peek for today, and that is also from Bella Beauty Blog, because they're also going to come out with the Poison Garden palette, and this is in collaboration with T3 in Acidity. I don't know, but anyway, they're sneak peeking this palette. Also just the outer packaging, it says here it's an 18-pan eyeshadow palette filled with new duochromes, glitters and buttery soft mattes. Drops in September. Okay, and it is themed around the Alnwick Poison Garden. I don't want to say something wrong. In the UK, it is filled exclusively with around 100 toxic, intoxicating or narcotic plants, and the boundaries of the Poison Garden are kept behind black iron gates, only opened on guided tours. That, again, super cool concept. Wow, Bella Beauty Blog, like seriously rocking this. Wow, like really, you know, just from the outer packaging, I want to have both of those palettes. Just like that, you know, even though I know nothing of what is inside there. But this is so cool. Anyway, sweeties, have this on your map, seriously. Okay, now the last one I want to feature for today is ColourPop. I knew I would be coming back to ColourPop. ColourPop, of course, has launched the Tinkerbell collection, and I was like this close to buying it because I had a rough day and I felt like I needed to buy something, but I didn't. Anyway, this is of course beautiful. It's Tinkerbell, it's cute, you know. Now, usually I don't really connect too much to palettes that are themed around like someone from TV or something, you know, or like cartoons or something. I'm not that kind of a girl too much. Maybe I'm just too old, I don't know. Tinkerbell, I do have fond memories, but more than that, it is the greens in the palette for sure, you know. I have to say though that I'm going to get the Pickle palette from Sugar Drizzle, which is basically a 6-pan palette, but basically that color scheme, you know. So that's why I then decided, no, I'm not going to order this, because why should I, you know. I'm going to get the one from Sugar Drizzle, and that is what I want. Okay, so you do have green gel pencils beside of course the palette. Then you do have like Super Shock cheeks and glossy lip stains and so on and so forth, and this is already live when you're seeing this launched about a week ago, I think. Yeah, so anyway, this is what it is for today. I am melting again. when is the summer over? Please, someone help. Anyway, sweeties, I hope you did enjoy the video. If so, of course, give the video a like and leave me your comments in the comment section down below. Feel free to check out definitely the description box, because you will hopefully find all the brands and the products listed there that I spoke about. Also, of course, you will find my discount codes and my links to my social media in case you have just found me and you think like, what else can she do? You know, then especially go to my Leorah Cosmetics Instagram, because that is my most favorite place, with swatches and with flat lace and with close-ups of my eyeshadow looks, you know. So besides that, of course, I'm very much also into fashion, so please, of course, feel free to check out my other social media. And in a pinned comment, you will find everything that I have on my face in today's makeup. So that is it for today and also for this week. Sweeties, I hope you did enjoy yourselves. And of course, next week, I'm going to come back with, I think, 2 videos. But again, it's not going to be new makeup releases. I'm going to try to pre-film something and then kind of release them around my holiday and just have everything ready, you know. So I'm going to try my best. And of course, the holiday season now for my faith is going to be dragging on for a little bit, so please have patience with me, but I will definitely update you in my videos how things are going and when I'm releasing and stuff like that. Okay, so feel free to just subscribe and then be updated all the time when I'm doing something. You know. Okay, sweeties, this is it for today. I hope you did enjoy yourself, and I'll see you here next time for my next video, which is going to be super soon. And up until then, definitely go ahead and sparkle. Hugs and kisses. Bye.